So I am a millennial, and I know that some people don't think that makes sense by looking at me. Because everybody thinks of millennials as the young people, but a lot of us are in our 40s now. Yeah, and we're the ones that are in our 40s. They had to separate us from the younger millennials. Where this is the only time that they've ever done this with a generation, where they've had to be like, this generation is not the same from the beginning to the end. So I was born in 1982. Anybody born between 1980 and 1985 is not just a regular millennial. They are geriatric millennials. Which at first pissed me off. But then I was like, no, you know what? We do need to be separated. It makes sense. You wear it like a badge of honor, because I don't want to be like anything like anybody born after 1985. I don't like any of you. I think you're all full of shit. No, but this is the thing that I have a problem with like the younger generation, the younger millennials, and then Gen Z. They're like the most activist generation that's ever existed. And they have the least to fight for. I mean, they have shit to fight for, like the fact that they'll never be able to retire or own a home. But they don't give a shit about that. They give a shit about stuff that doesn't matter to them, or stuff that we solved that they don't think is solved. Right? You see the young Gen Zers, young millennials, they're out there like, this is the most racist time we've ever lived in. Like, no, not even kinda. Not by any fucking metric is that true. Right? But now we listen to them because they hashtag it properly or whatever. So we give a shit. I was 20 and said dumb shit. Nobody gave a fuck. Now we give a shit about what these people say, and now everybody's so race obsessed. Everybody's talking about how not racist they are and how anti-racist. This new phrase they came up, you're anti-racist. It's not good enough to just be not racist. You have to be anti-racist. So now everybody's talking online, virtue signaling about not being racist, right? And then you see people do it in person. I've seen people put anti-racism signs in their front lawn to prove they're not racist. Remember, when we just kind of assumed people weren't racist? And then when they did racist shit, we were like, that guy's racist. Fuck that guy. Now people are, I got a sign. I got the sign. I'm good. I'm one of the good ones, guys. And I know when somebody puts up a sign like that, an anti-racism sign in the front lawn, I know what they're thinking. They're thinking, people are going to walk by my house and think, a good person lives there. It's not what I think when I walk by somebody who has that sign in their front lawn. The first thing I think if I walk by somebody's house and they have an anti-racism sign in their front lawn is, what racist shit did you do that you felt you had to put that sign up? Like, fuck, I lost it on my gardener last week. Everybody saw it. Jesus Christ, I better put up a sign, I guess. Well, I'll get him to put up the sign, obviously. He knows where the gloves are, you know. Somebody in my neighborhood has one of those signs up, has an anti-racism sign. It's a big rainbow handprint with a BLM logo on it. And on the sign it says, hate doesn't live here. And every time I walk by that house, I fill up with more and more hate. I hate those people. The arrogance to be like, we've overcome the human emotion of hate over here. We're all transcending into beams of light, thank you very much. And nobody else in the neighborhood has that sign. So if you're walking around that neighborhood, you're like, look at all these hate-filled pricks. Thank God for the bastion of peace and love at the end of the street. I also hate to break it to you, anybody can put that sign up. It's not proof that you're not racist. There's no governing body or oversight committee who does rigorous testing to find out who the not racist people are and then gives them a sign. You're not going to get a knock on your door one day and so you're like, hey, we saw that you changed your profile picture to a black square. Thanks for doing the hard work. Here's your sign. Like, nope, you could just go down to Staples, print that sign out, put it right in your front lawn. Like, no hate in this goddamn house. Oh, no Jews either, by the way. No hater Jews.